Saturday night's main event coming up first on Saturday. Only 4 matches. I was kind of worried that they would add a 5th match, and not worried in the sense that I thought they might add a women's match. It would be great to have a women's match. There are no women's matches on the show, but for a 2-hour TV special, this really should only be 4 matches. I was at the first one in December. It was a good show, but the matches really weren't given a whole lot of time, and it was fun. But I kind of expected a little bit more, but they had to kind of, speed things up because they only had 2 hours for 5 matches. And they want to give some of these matches time, and you have commercials and shit like that. The second one that they did a few months ago, that had 4 matches. I preferred that formula, that format a bit more, in my opinion. And that's what we're getting this Saturday. Starting with the steel cage matchup, WrestleMania rematch between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. They are certainly building this up as the end of this long-running rivalry that's really been going on since WrestleMania last year. They've had so many interactions since then at Clash of the Castle, the Rumble, Chamber, Mania 2 years in a row, Backlash a couple of weeks ago, and now Saturday night's main event. This has got to be it, but honestly, I could see it going either way. I could see Drew being primed for a program with a Cody Rhodes or someone else in the main event scene. But I could also see Damian Priest avenging the loss from Mania and getting back in the win column, a big win that he has not picked up in quite a while. So before I give my pick, Mr. Marceau, who you got going over here, Damian Priest or Drew McIntyre?
Definitely a tough one because he's got a fucking smirk on his face. So he knows he's putting in first. But I think it's a tough one because I feel like if Priest wins, like, what do you do with him next? I mean, he's not going to face Cena. He's not on the roster. He's not going to face Jey. I mean, is he going to face Jacob Fatu again and lose? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'll go with Drew. I think Drew needs the win. I think, like you said, him winning could propel him into a bigger title match. So I'm going to go with Drew.
All right, I'll go with Damian just because he lost at WrestleMania. I think he's owed a big win. I think Drew's over enough to the point where he can lose here. He can bounce back. He'll be fine. I could see him winning and then Drew going on. The thing is that Cena's champion. So if Cody retained at Mania, I could have seen Cody and Drew coming out of WrestleMania. I think we are getting that feud inevitably anyway, but I could have seen it on the sooner side had he retained at Mania, which he did not. And I don't even know if they go right back to Cody and John Cena right away. Anyway, I heard the rumor, saw the report that Cena could be back or Cody could be back by Money in the Bank in a couple of weeks. I still think that's too soon. That's only a little over a month after he left from Mania, so I would keep him off TV a little longer. But regardless, I'll go with Damian Priest here. CM Punk and Sami Zayn. Potential match of the weekend here. Teaming up for the first time ever to take on just them. They also teamed up at War Games, but just them 2-on-2. Teaming up for the first time ever against Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, the new Heyman Dangerous Alliance here. What do you think goes down? And do you see, and I'll throw the prediction to you first for this one as well, because this one could also go either way, and I always give you the tough ones first. Who do you see winning this match? And do we see Sami Zayn betray CM Punk and join Rollins and Breaker? Not that he's always been in cahoots the whole time. That would be fucking stupid. He's gotten physical with the heels. That doesn't make sense. But like something changes to where he then joins the heels because him and Punk can't coexist.
I think the heels win. I don't think Sammy turns, but maybe you get another person with the Heyman group.
On the show?
So. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who do you think that would be if it's not Sami Zayn?
No idea.
If you had to take, who would you want to see in the group? I know we've talked about this
before. I want it to be Theory, but it's not going to be him. He's too busy dicking around on Raw with Sheamus and Grayson Waller. So
the split that will never end, the breakup that will never be completed.
Brutal.
They were still teasing tension on Monday. It's not been dragged out long enough. You still need to build up towards it. It's not been long enough. It's only been 15 months. Like, seriously, what the fuck? But no, Theory would have been nice. At this point, I've lost all hope that Theory is going to be utilized correctly in any meaningful manner. But I really don't. Honestly, I don't know. I think you're onto something by having the heels win and then debuting a new person here. I will say that we will not get a new person here, but I will go with Rollins and Breaker. I've been going against you with your picks for the last, since we started the show here between the Knicks Pacers pick and Priest and McIntyre.
You're in the same one on this one.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. On this one, I will go with you because I feel like I've been going against you, not on purpose.
Good. I like that.
I could see Punk and Zayn winning, but how could they win, though? I mean, by pinning Rollins, who just turned heel, that would be dumb. And Breaker should not be getting pinned in a tag team match. He should not be the fall guy here. It wouldn't kill them, but I'll go with Rollins and Breaker. I think you convinced me. Non-title match here. This is not for the undisputed WWE title, but I think there's a reason for that. John Cena and R-Truth going one-on-one. Now, this match does make sense. It's not exactly the sexiest match on paper. And I think it's already been confirmed that Jey Uso and Logan Paul will be main eventing Saturday night's main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. So I'm glad this Cena match, honestly, will probably open the show. I could see that. But it's a match that makes sense after what they did at Backlash and since Backlash, before Backlash, even in the last few years with all the interactions they've had and Truth calling him his childhood hero. I think this is the perfect match to do on a TV special, but I don't think this is it. I think Cena's on SmackDown this week in Tampa. I could be wrong about that. I'm not sure. I know Johnny mentioned earlier, this is unrelated, but he had mentioned that Tampa basically told WWE, hey, we don't want to go to 4 shows. Because I think they're doing SmackDown on Friday, Saturday night's main event on Saturday, Battlegrounds, okay, maybe they're not doing SmackDown there Friday, because I think Saturday night's main event is in Tampa, Battlegrounds in Tampa, Raw's in Tampa, NXT was supposed to be in Tampa, but they canceled that. They said, yeah, no, we're not doing that shit. But the other ones they're going to. But anyway, I'm going to say with Cena and Truth, I'm going to go off on a limb here and say Truth
Don't even
wins.
say it. No.
R-Truth wins, but by count out. Because here's my rationale here. John, and I'm not saying this is a great idea, but I'm just saying this is why I think this is happening. John Cena is advertised for Money in the Bank in 2 weeks, and I just don't think you have enough time to turn around and plug someone into that spot. I would love if Cena went through as many people as possible before this run was through, to not do any rematches. The Cody rematch is inevitable. But I think they're going to have, honestly, I could see Truth or this being a no contest or something to earn Truth a title shot and then doing that at Money in the Bank. Because what else would John Cena be doing in Money in the Bank? Unless he was in Money in the Bank, which would be fucking stupid. He wants to ruin wrestling. Yeah, stop. Let's stop using that as an excuse. I think Truth might win this by count out or DQ. What do you think? You just think Cena squashes him and then we move on? I know what you want to see happen, but what do you think happens?
That's what he should do. I'm going with Cena. I can't even go with Truth. There's no fucking chance I can pick him. I'm going with Cena. There's no way.
I'm just surprised. And from a storyline standpoint, Truth has done nothing to earn an opportunity at the title. Granted, I was going to say Randy Orton didn't either, but Orton was winning matches before Mania. I couldn't tell you the last fucking match that R-Truth won. I think they're going to stretch this out. I think they're going to want to have them interact before Money in the Bank. I don't think Cena's on SmackDown, and if he is, then they could interact tomorrow night, but I'm going to go Truth wins. And I'll text you, Truth wins, LOL. Not my favorite outcome. That is not great. Cena losing his WWE. That's like fucking Raw shit. I also would not do a DQ or a count out on a TV special. I know it's not a pay-per-view, but it basically is a mini pay-per-view. Not my favorite finish, but that's what I see happening. And then we get to the main event of the same show, Jey Uso and Logan Paul. Yeet, I know you're wearing the t-shirt there. For the World Heavyweight Championship. Pretty, predictable outcome, but I do think the match will be good. We talked about it a week or two ago. I think this is the perfect first feud for Jey Uso as World Heavyweight Champion. Logan Paul, we're kind of at a stage with him now where what do you even do with the guy? I don't think he should win a world title. I think that would be fucking dumb with how, not often he shows up, infrequently he shows up, and I don't know. I think Logan Paul has his strengths, but he's kind of plateaued as a performer, in my opinion. But I do think this match will be good for how hated Logan Paul is. Jey Uso's beloved. I think the match works. And you also have to remember, too, Gunther is gunning for the title on the June 9th Raw, for which I think Goldberg is returning and costing Goldberg or Gunther that match. I thought you didn't like that idea. I thought we tossed that out last week and you poo-pooed on it.
No, I said that was going to happen. You were crying that Gunther was going to lose again.
I do hate that. I was crying about that. I will absolutely admit to that.
Fickle wrestling fans over here.
But I'm going Jey Uso, Yeet, still World Heavyweight Champion. What are you thinking here?
Should I do the whole shtick? 4 letters, 1 word?
I will say, for Logan Paul's promos, that line on Monday where he goes, 1 word, 4 letters, you all have 2 brain cells. That was, to me, that was funny. That got a good pop out of me.
Doesn't make sense, though.
Well, he was trying to do the whole Yeet thing, but he was saying that people are dumb.
Yeah, he sucks. I will say I like how they did have Gunther interact there, maybe throw the scent that Logan could win, but Jey wins, LOL.